Let me apologize firstly because I'm recording this from the TV. The quality is not going to be too good, but my computer's been out of commission for a couple months now, and I haven't been making videos. But I'm watching this episode of Bill Maher, and watching the current one a little bit earlier, and wanted to go back and let everybody know what he said about America turning into a police state, and then go back into what he said about guns, and talk about how contradictory his argument is and his stance on the issues. But let me go ahead and play this for you.
The police, who I am a supporter of, and of course, obviously, we all are. We wouldn't be in big trouble without the police. But
not necessarily.
Okay, well, let's go there. Because
Well,
I want to show pictures
Okay.
first, and then I want show some of the pictures of the Boston police. Okay, look at this. I mean, if this is what you have, why don't you invade a country? Show some of the other ones. I mean, go up to Canada, take their oil. Look at these. These are half tracks. I don't care what you might want to call it, an urban assault vehicle, but this country is becoming a police state, and it is very troubling to me.
Well, some Americans would say it's always been a police state. So in New York, we have people who are upset about stop and frisk, stopping black and brown men and frisking them. But there are other New Yorkers who say, oh no, I'd rather have stop and frisk than have stop and mug. And so we've never come to any agreement about whether the police are here to protect and serve, and who do they protect and serve. So if you and I walk down the street, we may have a completely different experience of the police. The problem is now that the police are beginning to act more like the military. You know, out after enemy combatants.
We all never used to look like that.
Well, no, that's right. Look, I mean, the police...
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. Basically freely admits that we live in a police state and that it's downright scary. Now I'm going to go ahead and play for you. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and play for you the clip that I recorded earlier. I've got it set. 1 second here. Access the DVR. And go ahead and start this episode. Now listen to what he says here.
Who are not young, the Republican Party, because they're mostly old, and how stupid they can be, because I mentioned this in the monologue, and I want to get your reaction to it. 44% of Republicans in this poll said they think we might have to have an armed insurrection in the next few years because their liberties, I guess they're talking about Mayor Bloomberg taking away their soda.
No, they're not talking about the police state or nothing. Nothing that you just mentioned in the previous episode.
Really? Because Obama's used so many drones.
Of that happening. You need a drone. There's already cameras at the Waffle House.
But first of all,
What is a drone? Did you see how they cut those kids in Boston? There was cameras everywhere. One of them was practically wearing a camera. I mean, fucking drones.
can we just get to, first of all, how ridiculous it is for people to think that the Second Amendment protects them from tyranny? Didn't Waco solve that? We just had the anniversary of Waco a couple of weeks ago. Remember Waco? You know what they had in Waco? They had like 1.9 million rounds of ammunition. They had 50 caliber machine guns. They had grenades. What did the government have? Everything else. The winner and still champion, the United States government, thinking...
All right, so basically the essence of Bill Maher's argument is that America's turning into a police state. We have to fear tyranny. They're now using drones to kill American citizens abroad. How long before they're using them to police the U.S. skies? In the erosion of the Second Amendment, the erosion of the First Amendment. How long before they can convict us of thought crime? It is absolutely ridiculous. The Patriot Act, warrantless wiretaps, stops and frisks like they were talking about in New York. We're living in a police state. You drive state to state, you've got to stop at Homeland Security checkpoints and get your car searched. I mean, he freely admits all of this. But what should we do? Oh, we shouldn't be armed to protect ourselves. That's the last thing we should do. We should just blindly go along with government control. It's just ridiculous. And his argument has a lot of holes in it. And basically his philosophy is that they're a threat and we should just do nothing. Either that or just have start a TV show and bitch about it. It's absolutely ridiculous. This man is a socialist and should be shunned. Should be shunned. That's all I got to say. Thank you.